So the rumor is that Netanyahu and his brother were struck by a missile at his house.
Do you ever wonder how AIPAC, a foreign lobby that lobbies strictly on behalf of the interests of a foreign government, somehow became American?
Welcome to Dark Dive Reacts. Today we're going to watch some videos related to the war in Mexico, Africa, and the Middle East. Viewer discretion is advised. Any comments made in this video are my opinions and mine alone. We're watching these videos for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, my voice is still a little scratchy. I've been waiting for it to come back, but it hasn't yet. We're going to proceed anyways. Let's take a dark dive.
This is the Guadalajara airport. Beauty Bird, an influencer who's known for her Get Ready With Me videos on both TikTok and Instagram, has posted this to her story of people terrified after the cartel leader El Mencho was killed. The cartel has become very vengeful and is attacking people all across Mexico, specifically in Jalisco.
I just can't imagine how scary that would be. Like, the border is not far from us, but there is nothing about it that makes me want to go there, especially now.
So the rumor is that Netanyahu and his brother were struck by a missile at his house, along with two other high-ranking Israelis. If you check the videos Netanyahu has posted since the alleged strike, every single video has multiple errors. They are all screaming. Those videos are created from AI. We're going to pull up a video where Benjamin Netanyahu returns to IDF headquarters with the head of Mossad, announcing he has knocked two of the top Iranian leaders. And while you watch this video, if you look at the guy that's right behind him to the right, while it's zooming in, you'll see an error happens. You'll notice the guy behind him, he has glasses for one moment and then they disappear. If you screenshot this video, you run it through AI, and you ask, where is this image from? It says, this is an image from an Israeli War Cabinet meeting held on October 23rd, 2023 at the Kuria military headquarters in Tel Aviv. So some would like to assume that they have a picture, and then they prompt it into the AI, and they tell the AI, hey, make a video with our prime minister saying this, that, and the third, and run it clean. Now, I'm sure it might take a couple tries. They might, after it kicks out a video, they probably got to re-prompt it again and tell it, hey, you messed up here, fix this. Well, after every time it's getting re-prompted and recreating it, errors happen. There's a recent video with Mike Huckabee, and he posted with Netanyahu. It was basically a video saying Netanyahu's alive and that all the rumors that are circulating are not true.
I want you to know the president asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike.
You'll see Mike Huckabee's face glitch. Completely, totally different shape. That's not lighting. That's not, that right there is slop, what you call AI slop.
I would just like to assume that, of all places, they would have the best, like, top-notch AI available to them. Like, they wouldn't release it unless they're just trying to make fun of us, which is also quite possible. And tell me what you think. Do you think he's alive or he's dead?
So, allegedly, El Mencho's right-hand man named El Tuli was just unalive too. They said El Tuli was heated, fool, when they found out that El Mencho was unalive. So they was like, this man said he putting a $1,200 bounty on every Mexican soldier. It's like, I want $1,200 on each motherfucker head. They say he was the reason for the roadblocks, for the ambushes on the soldiers and all this other shit that was going on after El Mencho passed away. So allegedly, they went to go make an arrest on El Tuli. He up that motherfucker. Like, I ain't finna get arrested. I'm going out on my shield. And that's what he did, y'all. He went out on his shield because instead of them arresting him, they had to unalive him. Allegedly, that's what they're saying. So if they was going crazy for El Mencho, don't you think they finna turn up for El Tuli too? He probably already had a little written jump like, hey, if I go out, go ham. So essentially, it's already crazy in Mexico. Maybe it's about to be even more crazy, cuz.
What's crazy is that when this happened, it was popping off on social media and everybody was talking about it. But then the attention got taken to the Middle East, and now you don't hear anything about Mexico. So, like, I'm really out of the loop. I don't know if it's still going on down there, but like I said, still definitely not going across the border. It's obviously not safe.
It's officially go time. The US, Israel did a joint attack on Iran. I'm not even messing with y'all today. On Iran just now. Also firing missiles directly at the Supreme Leader's residence. Wake up, I know it's late. I was sleeping, I just got to make this video for y'all. I know most y'all won't see it till the morning, but at least when you wake up, you'll know it's definitely time. What's really crazy about all this was, didn't Iran just say that they would give up all their, enriching? Not to mention, Purim starts in just a few days, and at the peak of the eclipse is going to be 3:33 a.m. on March 3rd. Just think about that for a minute. Purim, from the book of Esther, it was when the Hebrews escaped annihilation from Persia. Iran is current day Persia. I told y'all, not just on the YT video, cause I couldn't put it nowhere else but there, but also everything happening in the world right now. And while it was a US joint Israel strike, it was still a preemptive strike on the side of that Middle Eastern country. Remember, also Russia and China in the Strait of Hormuz with Iran. Entering into Purim, and then March 3rd, 3:33 a.m. for the peak of the lunar eclipse. All strikes have allegedly been leadership housing. How do y'all feel about this? Let me know.
That's an awful lot of threes. And if you know anything about 33, coincidence or conspiracy, you let me know.
You ever wonder how AIPAC, a foreign lobby that lobbies strictly on behalf of the interests of a foreign government, somehow became American?
It was called the American Zionist Council. And on November 21st, 1962, Attorney General Kennedy sent a letter to Israel saying the receipt of such funds from the American sections of the Jewish Agency for Israel constitutes the American Zionist Council as an agent of a foreign principal. The council's registration is requested. And then in May and August of 1963, a Senate Foreign Relations Committee held hearings that revealed tax-free donations to the United Jewish Appeal, which is a humanitarian fund. But then that money was being channeled back to the U.S. to be used for lobbying and public relations. And then in August 16th of 1963, DOJ analysts wrote a letter to the head of FAR saying the department should insist on immediate registration of the American Zionist Council under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. October 11th, 1963, the DOJ demanded that AZC register, and quote, the department expects a response within 72 hours. And then November 22nd, 1963, we know what happened there.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And Johnson is sworn in that same day. And then shortly after he became president, Johnson reportedly remarked to an Israeli diplomat, quote, "You have lost a great friend, but you have found an even better one."
And so then I'm guessing
that was the same thing that happened to the
Charlie Kirk. No.
I think that they have too many hands in our government, but that's just my opinion. major food chains. Not Duncan. So things that I was thinking about was like all the beauty products that supposedly have like toxic chemicals in them were listed there. And then if you watched my previous video on, human teeth found in meat, I did a couple videos on a company that uses aborted fetal cells as sweetener in their products, like Pepsi and a lot of the other brands that were listed there. So if they have their hands invested in those companies, then you put the two together. If you're interested in supporting our channel but also want to get something out of it for yourself, we sell these UV reactive mushroom tapestries on our website, clothandbottleco.com. The website is in the description of this episode. We also sell cloth diapers, so if anybody in your family is interested in cloth diapering, you can message me personally or make a purchase on our website. You spend over $30, all of your items ship for free. Friendly reminder, nowhere does the Bible command you to support a country founded in 1948 by the Rothschild.
This image is from space, from a satellite, not from a drone, not from a helicopter, from space. The amount of blood that it takes to even have an image like this exist blows my mind. I knew that the situation in Sudan was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. We are not talking about this enough, so this is what's going on. In the heart of Sudan's Darfur region, El Fisher was under siege for 18 months. Then when it fell to the Preliminary Force, Rapid Support Force, or RSF, absolute hell broke loose. These people are slaughtering hundreds by the day. This isn't even the only image. This is just the worst that I've seen so far. Satellite images are showing red stains on the ground and piles of what looks to be bodies. Mass graves being dug immediately after the takeover. Dude, can you freaking believe this? The RSF is literally going door to door in an area where there is no escape and slaughtering everyone they see. The chills that I got when I saw this image. Right now, the RSF took control of the last major Darfur city still held by government forces. The world can literally see this carnage from space. That's what's blowing my mind. For the first time in many conflicts, the satellite evidence is so blatant, yet media coverage, global outrage, and concrete action is still wildly insufficient. There's no internet, no power, no hospitals left standing. People are starving, drinking muddy water just to stay alive. Right now, the world's attention is elsewhere, but Sudan's families are being wiped out. Whole generations wiped out. We all talk about Russia and Ukraine or Israel and Palestine, but Sudan is over here like, yo, what about us? Sudan needs help. And if all we can do is talk about it more, then that's what I'll do. Please share this video and show as many people as you can the reality that Sudan is enduring right now.
You have been lied to about the genocide that's going on in Sudan. For instance, a lot of people think that this is the real image that's taking place. This is just vegetation growth. So let me take you to the place where the real stuff is going on. This is El Fasher in Sudan. If you notice, you see all of this burnt area. All the cars, all the houses, the tents, everything burnt down. This is a mass graveside by an airport. Here, let me give you an idea of what they do. So this is where they sit here and they push a lot of people into the area. Now, another thing that they do, and I can't show you, is it's kind of like a cave that they put in there. And then they use a blowtorch. This is what takes place in El Fasher. This is where they go around burning the areas, and no one is able to get out, unfortunately. So if you are new to genocide, this is an actual real thing. This is where civilians are not able to defend themselves. Take care. God bless.
So the previous video was debunking the first video with images. But the truth is that they are pretty much slaughtering people. And it's happening more in the Middle East, more in Africa, in South Africa, and it's not just one type of people. It's Black people, white people, Middle Easterns. It's happening all over the world. So when you're sitting cozy in your home and thinking that things might be bad, remember that there's places that they are literally fighting for their lives every single day. Just be grateful for everything that you have. Here in America, we are truly blessed. And I think that people forget that.
He made a deal with who?
We had to improve our military. Our military was depleted. Pray God we don't have to use it. But there will be nothing like what we have. And there is nothing like what we have. And that's why I did that. I made deals with the devil in order to get that done.
It's just a metaphor, right? Just means he sacrificed a lot to get our military where it is. The man did already claim the closest he's getting to heaven is flying in the Air Force One.
You talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
Say what you want, but I can't trust somebody who claims they're not getting into heaven. He didn't say he doesn't believe in it. He just says that he's not heaven bound. What does that even mean?
I don't know why our president says the things that he does. Sometimes I wish he would do himself a favor and keep his mouth shut.
America, U.S. officials have just warned that Iran has sent out possible operational triggers to activate sleeper cells abroad. I would say this is pretty concerning. So apparently Iran sent out a possible operational trigger to activate sleeper assets abroad. Now the coded signal was sent out following the unaliving of Iranian supreme leader you-know-who, with the message appearing to hold instructions for covert operatives or sleeper cells, citing a federal alert sent to law enforcement agencies. Now the message could be intended to activate or provide instructions to pre-position sleeper assets operating outside the originating country, like America. So the U.S. warning said intelligence had detected a broadcast station repeatedly transmitting a message to multiple countries outside Iran. Chris Swecker, a former assistant FBI director, told Fox News, if it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen now. So now what do? Do we send our kids to school? Do we go to the grocery store? Because last time I checked, every time the government lets us know something, it usually happens. And not to be biased at all, but there was a border open for 4 years. Did you know there was 90 million people in Iran? All I can say without fear-mongering is to keep your head on a swivel and constantly be alert. Like I said, I don't know about this one.
It's important to always be aware of your surroundings, especially if you have children. In my opinion, I think that this has to do with the scientists that have gone missing. Like they said, activate sleeper cells, and then boom, all these scientists started going missing. That's just my opinion. Comment if you have a theory.
Why is nobody talking about a certain class of people being engulfed in flames in the Middle East right now? And it's not just people being set on, but also houses being completely ransacked, people being chased through the city, through the streets, and even cars being set on fire. Why is nobody talking about it? I think I know why, but why? I guarantee you if the story was completely flip-flop, it would be all over every single news station, especially in the United States. By the way, right behind me, you see the Iron Dome missing just about every single missile. Yeah, all of these are hitting. Every single one that you have seen in this video, they are all landing. And if you made it this far in the video and you still don't understand who exactly I'm talking about being chased around and all this crazy stuff, it's West. All you divisive people, why can't we all be pro-people and pro-life to all people that live and not just certain ones? That is directly in line with Jesus' teachings, right? Let me know what you think. Every single day it gets more and more evil. Rebel Addict.
Like I said, count your blessings.
And there are three major advantages to an empire. All right, the first is mass. This just means that they have a lot of people. Okay, they also have an infinite amount of people. The United States has a population of about 350 million people. But remember, the United States can also draw on the populations of its allies, which includes the Five Eyes, the Anglosphere, but it also includes Europe. It also includes East Asia, South Korea, Japan, basically wherever the Americans have a military base. Right? So most of the world are either allies of the United States or vassals of the United States. So the United States can basically draw on in billions and billions of people for its wars. Okay? So it's mass. Second is the idea of organization. Organization just means a hierarchy of bureaucracy and elite that allows you to organize your resources and your people in order to generate wealth, which is basically science and technology, okay? Science and technology, which leads to the most advanced weaponry, okay? So think about the United States, how they fight this war. They have these satellites that provide for precision targeting. They have these airplanes, these B-2 bombers, F-15s, that are the most advanced weaponry ever in human history. Okay? So organization. And the last great strength of the empire is the idea of death. Death is the idea that because your people are infinite, because your organization is so strong, because your resources are so vast, you can afford to lose many, many wars, okay? It's not a big deal if the United States loses this war in Iran. If they want to go back, they can go back with even more soldiers, even more weaponry, because their wealth is infinite, okay? So these are the three major advantages of an empire. And in theory, because of these advantages, an empire should be invincible and eternal. But we know for a fact that all empires fall, and they fall very, very hard. And quite honestly, they don't last a very long time. Maybe 20 years, maybe 30 years for most empires. That's not a very long time. So we need to better understand what's going on, okay? Why is it that an empire with these vast resources, they all fall in 20 years, 30 years, okay? All right.
We are 250 years old this year. So, is it now? Later? Never? Sure was a lot of familiar faces and references if you could keep up. So I hope that I earned your subscription today. If I did, please subscribe. Give us a like to help the channel grow. And comment on anything that you saw interesting. We can have a chat in the comment thread. I have episodes lined up for the next couple of weeks, so keep coming back. And the world is forever getting crazier by the day. So please be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings and make smart decisions. Until next time.